As the dusk painted the sky in hues of fiery orange and somber purple, Condottiero Joseph tightened the reins of his steed, a robust charger, a parting gift from his noble father in distant Lancashire. His eyes, sharp and discerning, scanned the winding road that stretched ahead, weaving through the Italian countryside like a ribbon of fate. His hand, resting momentarily on the hilt of his Spather-style sword, signaled to his men the need for vigilance and preparation. For Joseph, the road was both a promise and a peril, a path to glory and an ambush waiting to happen. Joseph, the younger son of a minor noble, was a man carved out of necessity and ambition. With the family lands destined for his elder brother and the cloisters of the church holding no appeal, he had turned his martial prowess into his fortune. Leading the hounds of hell, a name that struck a chord of fear and respect in friend and foe alike, Joseph had carved out a reputation as a formidable condottiero, a mercenary leader whose tactics and bravery spoke the language of the old Roman legions. As the company marched, their formation tight and disciplined, the heavy clank of their armor blended with the rhythmic thud of their tower shields. Each man, armed with a short sword and a pilum, bore the weight of their gear with the stoicism of seasoned warriors. Their banner, depicting a sinister hound with eyes like burning coals, fluttered ominously in the evening breeze. Suddenly, the rustle of leaves and the soft murmur of a low voice broke the marching cadence. One of Joseph's trusted scouts approached, his news a mix of opportunity and decision. "Commander, it looks like we have found a tavern of some kind," he reported, his voice barely above a whisper. Joseph's response was a nod of acknowledgement. "Lead on then," he commanded, his voice firm, carrying the weight of authority and experience. Turning to his officers, he quickly laid out his orders. "Have the skirmishers follow the scout to a suitable place to set up camp. I want a fortified camp, standard hostile territory precautions. Ensure the tents are in orderly fashion, latrines dug and sentries set up. Make sure the men unsling their ration pouches as well." The officers responded with a salute, fist to chest, and moved to execute his commands. As they dispersed, Joseph and his staff rode towards the tavern indicated by the scout. Behind them, the men picked up their pace, spurred on by the prospect of rest and the routine efficiency of setting up camp. In a clearing by a river, the engineers began barking orders, the camp taking shape with practiced speed. The head engineer, a grizzled veteran of many campaigns, suggested, "Sir, why don't you and the other commanders head down to the tavern the scout spoke of while the lads and I get the camp set up?" With a nod, Joseph dismounted at the stable of the tavern, a quaint structure of stone and wood that promised a brief respite from the road. Throwing a couple of coins to the stable hand, he entered the tavern with the stride of a man tested by many battles. Inside, the warm glow of the hearth and the murmur of voices offered a stark contrast to the cool, strategizing and disciplined march of the day. As Joseph settled into the reality of the moment, it was clear that his leadership was not just about tactics and commands. It was about understanding his men, anticipating needs, and preparing for the unseen. The journey to the tavern was not just a physical trek. It was a testament to survival, adaptability, and the relentless pursuit of purpose in a world where the only constant was change. Thus, as night embraced the landscape, Joseph and his hounds of hell found solace in the camaraderie of the moment. Their bonds strengthened not just by battle, but by the shared experiences of the road, the camp, and now the tavern. In these moments, the true essence of leadership revealed itself, not just in the glory of conquest, but in the quiet, unseen decisions that ensured the well-being of those who followed.